So Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa took place on the main card of UFC 241 last night, and it lived up to every single millimeter of hype that was created before this fight. If this wasn't a war, it would be a disappointment, and it was exactly that. It was a war. Both guys had their moments. I thought Romero won. First of all, I had him winning 2-1. I thought I gave the first round to Costa and the last 2 to Romero. But I mean, you've got to give it to Paulo Costa, man. Even though I think he kind of lost by the smallest of margins. When I looked at the tally afterwards and I realised, oh wait, this fight's actually way closer than I thought it was. Like, I had it going, it's Romero, and if Romero doesn't get it, it's a robbery. That's what I was thinking. But now I was thinking back, and it's because a lot of Romero's shots that he was landing were very pitter-patter kind of shots, like very light-handed, landing on the arms of Paulo Costa. But everything Paulo Costa was landing was a bomb. And that was it. Or it was a vicious body kick. Or it was a heavy leg kick. Or it was a heavy front kick. You know? And I feel like that's what made the difference here. Because when the judges are watching, they're seeing Romero do this kind of stuff. Like, on Costa's arms and his face. Although he's landing more, Paulo Costa everything he landed was a bomb. And that has to be taken into consideration. And also, I feel like another thing that kind of swayed me to thinking it was Romero. First of all, this isn't a robbery. Okay, I thought Romero won still. I'm going to stand by that decision. But the judges gave it to Costa. And to that I say fair enough. You know, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, it was a robbery. I did predict Costa to win. I wanted Yoel to win somewhat. I do like Yoel Romero. I feel like he's been on the wrong end of some... I thought he had a draw with Whittaker in their second fight, but, you know, that didn't go his way. But yeah, Yoel Romero, I mean, where does he go from here? I don't know. He could still fight. I mean, he's getting older, and that showed in this fight. He doesn't have the same pace anymore. He's been out for a year since the Whittaker fight, and it's showing on him. He doesn't quite have that knockout. Maybe it's Paulo Costa's chin, but it doesn't seem like he has that. He doesn't seem like he has that grit to go in there and really fucking put a statement on someone and finish him. Remember Yoel in the early days coming up? Anything he hit you with, you were dropping. Anything. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. In fact, he got dropped in this fight in the first round by Costa. Face planted and everything. And I feel like the reason why a lot of people thought Romero won is because of the way Romero was acting. This is like the John Jones-Thiago Santos situation, where people were like, John Jones won, well, he looked like he was winning the whole thing. Even though I do think John Jones won 3-2. I feel like the reason why some guys gave it to Santos is because Jones just looks like he was winning. You know? And I feel like that's why a lot of people sided with Jones. Because Romero just looked like he was winning, but a lot of these shots that he was doing this to, against the cage where he's getting hit over and over again, they're landing. It doesn't matter what kind of reaction you're having to those shots. The shots are landing. It's the McGregor versus Nate Diaz 2 situation. McGregor in the 4th round is landing a bunch of shots, and Nate Diaz is like going, what the fuck is that? Is that all you got? And McGregor comes in again. 1-2 to the top, 1-2 to the body. And then Diaz goes, what the fuck? Are these punches right now? But the judges are looking at him going, right, that's 4 punches. You know? And I feel like a lot of people watching this fight, they looked at the reactions of the fighters rather than what the fighters were actually going to do. The reaction over the action. Okay? Because if you look at the fight, Paulo Costa did nothing. Nothing but move forward the entire time. Okay? And that stands for something when you're looking at who's winning a fight and who's looking like the dominant fighter. Because Costa did nothing but come forward. There were some times when he had his back steps, when Romero would catch him and he fought a little bit rattled, and he had to go back a bit and compose himself. But for the rest of the fight, Costa was coming forward. You know, Costa, I didn't realise this, but the amount of body shots Costa landed, I think it was 54. It was either the late 40s or the early 50s. Paulo Costa, I didn't realise how many body shots he landed. And I think it's because of the way Romero was acting against the cage. I really do. Romero was there like, sticking his tongue out, doing all this weird stuff, like basically saying, hey, I'm not hurt. You know, these shots are doing nothing to me. And I feel like that kind of had an impression on some of the fans. But when in reality, every shot Costa threw landed. It doesn't matter what kind of reaction Yoel got out of it. The action from Costa was effective. And they were landing. And we answered everything we had to know about Costa. 1, he does well with the weight cut in terms of taking shots. Okay? And I feel like the IV against Uriah Hall was the only time he used an IV. Because otherwise, he would have a lot of trouble regaining and making weight for this fight. Okay? Phenomenal performance from Costa. Phenomenal. See you later. Goodbye. Click that button now.